Hare Krishna, everyone. So, welcome to the fourth topic of introduction to Bhagavad Gita class today. And last week we were discussing a whole lot about what are the three modes of material nature and what happens when, etc. Right? And now we can take the questions in the beginning, and then we can go to the topic where we left last time. We'll do a bit of a summary, and then we can get into the class. All right? Okay. So over to Madhuri Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Like
Yes.
we know that soul doesn't die,
Yeah.
but every day the population is growing and growing. Where does the soul come from?
Good
Very good
question.
question. Very good
Yeah.
question. See, what happens is there are millions of unlimited souls are there with Krishna. Okay. The original position of us is that we are always wanted to serve Krishna. Sometimes some souls like us, we wanted to enjoy happiness away from Krishna because we got some envy that why always Krishna is enjoying everything, that he is getting served. We also want to enjoy. Then when this idea comes to our mind, in the spiritual world, then Krishna allows you to enjoy, because Krishna doesn't come in between your thoughts, your wishes, that he always gives, free will to everyone, that what you want to do. So there are unlimited souls. So our aim is that we should not be coming into this chakra of, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. We want to go back to Godhead and stay there happily and don't come back. Otherwise, here, what happens is, again, Janma, again getting, in coming to, Kishoravastha, then we get married, and again, the same thing happening. We are getting the same. So soul doesn't get manufactured anywhere. This is soul which is coming here. Like when we are giving birth to someone, it is the same souls which are coming from the spiritual world, or maybe from material world as well. Because depending on your last life, you are getting the birth. As we discussed, there are two types of sharira: sthula sharira and sukshma sharira. So sthula sharir is our material body, and sukshma sharir is our mind, intelligence, and false ego. Yeah, so we live in two bodies actually. So when we die, so what dies actually? The body dies, not the soul. Soul never dies, as you rightly said. Soul never dies. It's only the body dies. As I said last time also, that when someone dies, what we say, he passes away. That how he passed away. So what actually passed away? The soul passed away from one body to other body. Yeah, it's a migration from one to other. Or transmigration is what, Manish?
Animals.
Transmigration.
Yeah.
From human to animal.
Yeah. Or other way around as well. Yeah. कोई कुत्ता था वो आदमी बन गया, ये भी हो सकता है. So we always, sometimes people say, क्या कुत्ते इस लाइफ जी रहा है ना, like, so we comment like that. और यह तो बहुत ही गाय जैसा है ना, बहुत सीधा है, गाय की तरह सीधा है. Like we give those kind of comments. Yeah, he's like absolutely like a cow, and his behavior is so kind. So why we say that? Because looking at the behavior, the kind of mind intelligence that he has developed, somebody has developed. But who has developed that? The soul has developed. Body gets the habits which are material habits, and that may impact the soul as well. And that's why the next life is depending on that. It is heavily, dominated by that nature. And that nature, how it becomes like that? Because our intelligence, our mind and intelligence are getting developed accordingly. And there is a false ego. No, no, I am this, I am that. No, मैं उससे बात नहीं करूंगा, उसने मेरा इंसल्ट किया था, I will never talk to him. Like that, no? We say that, right? Normally, कि उसने मेरे से ठीक से बात नहीं किया. I went to that marriage, मेरे तरफ देखा भी नहीं उसने. How much false ego we have. But which is the ego, what we call it? उसको बहुत ego है, उसको बहुत attitude है. Sangeeta, you understand Hindi, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So what about Riya and Smriti? You also understand Hindi? Yeah. Nepal is heavily
We
dominated
have
by
watched
Hindi.
many Bollywood movies and TV series.
Bollywood movie. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah. So that is the reason why, the unlimited souls. Because God is unlimited. It is not finite. And we have given lots of examples of that. We have taken the example of ocean water, the qualitative difference and quantitative difference. Qualitatively, we are same. Quantitatively, we are different. So it is the concept of Dvait and Advaita. That is the theory which was brought by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the incarnation of Lord Krishna. And he has given this theory. Simultaneously, same and different. Simultaneously, same and different at the same time. All right. Any other question?
I have a question.
Yeah.
When a person dies, I just want to know the timing of the new body taken over by that soul. So, because I've seen lots of videos when a person dies, like, that soul still stays around for a few days, but I'm not really sure, like, does it go straight?
Typically they say that after 13th day, when we do the ceremony, uske baad mein, then soul stays there for 30 days.
13 days.
30 days to find a body where it can go. So either
Sorry,
it can transmigrate or it can migrate or get reincarnated. We talked about the reincarna. Incarna means the flesh or the cover. Maruti car mein jana hai ya Mercedes mein jana hai, like that. So accordingly we get that body.
sorry, did you
Yes.
say 13 days or 30?
Okay, so 13 for
Okay,
the ceremony.
Got it.
The
13
ceremony.
days. Yeah.
But now it depends on the religionally what we do it. Like Muslims, they do for 30 days, 40 days, that they do Chalisa. And we do Terai. Terai karte hain hum log. Hindus mein we do Terai.
Well, in us, we do
I think-
17th day as well.
Yeah. So depending on the custom that they follow. However, soul they stay there for 30 days. The ceremony is happening to the body or in the memory of someone. However, it is not happening to the actual person because he's already passed away. So that is the business of the soul to find out. Yes, Manish ji.
So the soul passes on, what you said, the soul passes on and it goes back to where it is supposed to go. So soul already takes its place before, like you do with all this body and all the havan or whatever we are doing.
Absolutely. So basically we are always doing prayers to that soul. For that soul, actually the prayers are happening. It is not to the body.
Yes.
Body prayers is happening only until the cremation is happening. The cremation in Hindus that we put into fire. In Muslims we do put it into grave, like that. So different customs, different religions, they follow different ways of doing it. However, ultimately the body is treated differently and the soul to be treated differently. We also do in the Pitru Paksha, we do the pujas for all our ancestors. What do ancestors are? They are souls only, right? So we do prayers for them as well. If they have not got any body or they are in the ghost body, they also should be able to get a nice home. We normally what we do in our prayers that we pray to the Lord that please give a home with you so that they can stay happily with you, serving you and stay there happily. So that's the prayer that we normally do in Vaishnava.
But I think
Vaishnava culture.
that again, the prayers are to satisfy us only, because that person.
Not really, not really. Yes, to
yeah.
certain extent, yes, we satisfy ourselves, but at the same time, we want our ancestors to get, because we now know the philosophy, we now know that what is the truth behind it. Then that's the reason we are doing the prayers.
Yeah, what my point is, because that person is going to get the new body as per their karma. So, I mean, if we are doing even the prayers for our ancestors, that is, those prayers are only for us only, isn't it? Like, you know, of course we are doing for them, but
Very
whatever
good
they
question.
have done,
Yeah,
they
very
have
good
done.
question. So, see, what happens is when Vaishnava is doing the prayers, so those who are the followers of Vishnu, they are Vaishnava.
Yeah.
Vaishnava's prayers are very strong. Okay, when they are praying to the Lord, Lord will always listen. And he will provide that help.
Right.
Okay, makes sense? Yeah, and that's the reason we become Vaishnava and we start praying to Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna. It is one and the same thing. Krishna is defined in Sanskrit as all happiness, all attractive. That is why it is Krishna. All attractive. Yeah. Any other question? So today's class, what we'll do, the flow will be to finish whatever is remaining in the fourth topic, and then we'll go to do the japa session. I'll teach you how to do it. Who does not have the bead is Sangeeta, and who else? You don't have.
One, but I have this some tulsi mala, like, and I counted there are 108.
Wonderful. We want tulsi mala only. Nothing else. Yeah. So you are at the right. You have the right, mala in your hands. This Manish, yours is also good.
Good, yeah.
Yeah. Saruni already has. Madhuri, what about you?
Yeah, I have from ISKCON temple only.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
I also. You have? Oh, wow. Radhe, Radhe.
So it's only me.
Yeah. Okay. So if you one who doesn't have, they can count on their fingers.
Okay.
So we have to do 108 times. So now you do the calculation. On one hand, how many you have?
14.
14, right? So 14 nines are how many?
I don't know.
What 16?
Who's good in maths?
14 9.
76, right? Yeah, 76. Another 14.
Oh, so 28.
Yeah. Yeah. So accordingly, we will count. But when we are doing it in our session, we'll do it on the mala and we'll tell you when 108 finishes.
Okay.
Okay. And Smriti, you can take it from the temple in Canberra. Yeah. Are you going to temple frequently?
No, my husband has to drop me, but on Sunday he works in the evening, so I can't go.
Your husband also goes to the temple with you?
No, on Sunday evening he goes to work, so
okay.
yeah, I have to depend on his car.
Oh, but you can, once you start going there, you will get some friends there, and then they can take you along. It's just a matter of time, you know. Once you get some friends, and then you should be able to go. All right. So let me share my screen now. Oh, yes. So we finished here last time.
What is that?
Some music coming. Music coming from, I don't know. Okay, let's keep it this way only. Are you able to see the slide?
Yep.
Okay. Audio settings here. Let me try once more. Should work. Yeah, now it's fine. Okay, so we talked about the Sthula Sharir and Sukshma Sharir. We talked about the sense gratification. We talked about mode of ignorance, mode of passion, and mode of goodness. We talked about that. And then we come to the last part, which is we talked about the A class jail, B class jail, C class jail. Though any kind of jail we are in jail only, isn't it? Nobody likes to go to jail. We talked about the tiny parts and what we are tiny parts, and God is big, but at the same time we are independent. We want qualitative independence, and we are trying to understand that we are minute quantity and Krishna is the infinite quantity, right? Similar to ocean. We talked about that. Then let me come to Sthula Sharir. We talked about the gross body. We talked about subtle body, and which is called Sukshma Sharir. Any questions on these points anymore? Okay. Now we come to the conditioned soul. What is the conditioned soul? Is the subtle body and gross body are coverings on the soul. So these souls are entrapped in these coverings is called a conditioned soul. So we are all into a body, but look at the people, those who are living on the streets. There are lots of people, they live on the streets in Sydney as well. If you go to Newtown area, you'll find there are druggies and there are, homeless people. They all are also getting conditioned to the environment they are living. We are conditioned to the environment. The moment the temperature goes beyond 30, we can't live in the house. We immediately go and we switch on the aircon because we can't tolerate that heat. However, these people, those who are living on the streets, they are still okay with that temperature. So it is the conditioning that's happening to the body, the gross body and the subtle body. The moment we become free from these coverings and attain the spiritual consciousness, that is called a liberation, or that is called the liberated soul. So how do we know that we are liberated? In Krishna consciousness, The moment we start understanding that this is our temporary home, it is not permanent. It is similar to somebody is living in a rental house and then going to another rental house, then going to another rental house. You know, when I came to Sydney in 2005, we changed about 5 rental properties because we were so lucky to the owners that every time we went into a house, it is sold. But the kind of pains that we have received during that time, you know, changing a house and again going to the new one is so much work that again you have to apply for the phone connection. That time the mobile were not very easily available and it was not cheaper as well. But so we were depending on the home phone that time, right? Landline. So every time you have to apply, then transferring also the Telstra used to charge or Optus used to charge a heavy fee. Then electric bill as well. So electrical connection will take, gas also. So everything was a pain during that time. But changing these houses were not making us permanent anyway. So we thought we'll buy a house. We bought a house in Kogra that time. We were living in Kogra because and kids were going to the school during that time. So we thought, let's buy a house and so that we'll be happy. So this is all the thirst for happiness we were actually. And that time we were not Krishna conscious. So we didn't know that what actually the ultimate happiness is all about. So depending on how conditioned you are, you try to find happiness within that. This is the point I'm trying to make. I'm not trying to say that how much sacrifices we have done or the or how much sacrifices we have done during that time. That is not the point. The point is we were trying to find happiness. Going to every rental house, again changing the address, again, whatever the post is going to come to us, you have to go and change the addresses there. It's a whole lot of work. Then once we went into that so-called permanent house, we bought our house. After that, we came in contact with the Krishna consciousness. We used to have classes in our home that time because it was not the COVID time, so 2006, 2007, And during that period, I also lost my job in 2008. There was a dot-com burst. I lost my job. And during that time, I had to do whatever was coming my way. I was not getting any work. I was the CTO of a company, chief technical officer, when I came. And, working at that level, and then I just had no job. We had the home loan on us, we had the car loan on us, we had the home loan for India of our house, so many things. And then my father passed away. My sister's husband, my brother-in-law passed away during that time. I had to support all of them financially and also support my family financially. So all those kind of struggle. So I had to also work in a funeral house that time. And I came in contact with the Krishna consciousness during that time. So it gave me a darshan that this life is here is absolutely temporary. Whether you have one rental house, two rental houses, three rental houses, you have to go through that. And then while I was working, doing that funeral house work, I used to prepare the dead body, putting into coffin, taking them to morgue, all those kind of work. And then I got as a what do you call visiting lecturer in the UTS. I got also lecturership in the University of Southern Cross University that time. 3-4 colleges I got some lecturership that time, and I taught the subjects like economics, social science, electronics, physics, and then project management as well for the postgrad students. So But however, so the point is that we have to do so many things in your life. And then finally, one fine day, I got a call from TCS, Tata Consulting Services, that are you available for a Java architect job? And then I said, yes, why not? And then they said, your interview is tomorrow. So in so time, I attended the interview, I got selected. And then I slowly started leaving those jobs. You can't just immediately leave the job because this was 3 months contract only with TCS. So I was again, like whether I will be having that job for a long time or not, I was not sure. But then I continued and I left TCS. In 2009, I joined. I left in 2021. Then I joined CBA. So like that. So the whole journey, everyone has to go through these pains. I'm sure you all must have gone through these stages at some point in time in your life. And Smriti and Riya, they are young. They must be going through a different kind of pains. As a student, when you come, yesterday I was watching one documentary on the students of Canada. The visiting, they come to study there, and what kind of pain they have. Oh my God. They have to live in pathetic conditions. Absolutely pathetic condition. And that is the reason, but still people are going there. Still people are going there, Like one student is facing the issue. He does not give the right picture to his fellow friends in India. And because they say, oh, he Canada mein to mere ko bhi jana chahiye Canada mein. Like, he or she, they also come there. And then see, everybody is washing, pots in the hotel, the restaurants. Yes, Manish. Yes, Manish.
Made the movie also on that, isn't it? Donkey.
Yeah, Donkey.
That's for
Yeah.
UK.
Yeah, Donkey is there. Correct. Yeah. So these kind of things. So the point what I'm trying to make, the conditioning that happens, depending on the situation that we are, air conditioning, no conditioning, no air conditioning, and then you depends on those kind of, and then we feel, oh, we are so happy that we got aircon in the house. We got this, we got that, and we feel so happy. But we don't understand this all temporary. All temporary. So every stage is temporary. Can we remain young forever? No, we cannot. Every stage of life, we have different pains. Like when the child is born, is he coming out of the womb happily? Is he smiling? Is he laughing? No. He cries. Mother is in pain for 9 months. Child cries. अगर बच्चा नहीं रोता है बाहर आके, and everybody has questions. Oh, ये रोया नहीं है. He's going to be deaf and dumb probably. So everywhere. So once whether delivery is normal or through cesarean, child is born, then he has to go through those pains. He's crying, not sleeping. Every 15 days, the situation changes. The child go through many stages. Mother and father both are struggling. Mother more actually, because उसकी नींद नहीं हो रही है, ठीक से खा नहीं पा रही है, all those. But still, she has to go through those stages. Okay? I know that you all must have gone through those, except Riya. So these are the situations that we go through, and then when the bacha bada hota hai, then again he starts to learn things. Then the situation comes where he try to understand the cause and effect. You must have seen that you take the child in your godi, and then you go switch on the ceiling fan, and then उसको बंद करते हैं. तो बोलता अच्छा इससे खुलता है और बंद होता है ना. Then he starts doing the same thing. Similarly, what he do? There is a pot kept on a steel का बर्तन रखा हुआ है टेबल के ऊपर. He will by mistake he pushes it down, then it makes noise. ऐसी आवाज आती है. Then we keep it back. कि उसके हाथ से गिर गया है. He does it again. Again, it makes noise. Again, we keep it back. So he understands the cause and effect of that. That's how he starts learning. Or फिर जब when we see that he is doing it continuously, we move it away and keep it somewhere else. Then what happens? He starts crying. Why did you do that to me? You're not allowing me to play. So he's struggling actually to do that. Now that's why he's crying. When he's crying, we are into trouble, so we have to bring it something else for his happiness. So like that, then he goes to school. He doesn't want to go to school. We pushes him to go to school. So every step there is a struggle. So, but still we want to find happiness. Then he has to study hard to get good marks. If he doesn't get good marks, we scold him. Or he doesn't get a good admission in good schools. We want him to go to grammar school. Like that. So we are struggling. He is also struggling. Everybody is struggling. There is a temporariness of this world that we are always facing. Why I'm giving the practical example so that we understand it easily, quickly. बैठता है दिमाग में ना, right?
Yeah.
Right. So one who becomes free from these coverings and attains the spiritual consciousness is called a liberated soul. So once we start understanding this, that we need to go away from these, we need to go beyond this. That is the transcendental life. Once who transcends from these coverings, he is liberated. Because in this course, what we are doing, we trying to understand what is beyond this. And once we understand that, we are liberated. Okay. So what is death? Death is just for the gross body. We talked about it. So we leave this gross body here and subtle body goes away. That is called the death. Yeah, it's everything there in the notes. You can read about it later on. I don't want to repeat it again. And the subtle body carries what we do the karma in this lifetime or the earlier lifetime. Yeah. And Paramatma, what it does, it is living along with soul. It is allowing you to do whatever you want to do. As per the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance, he allows us to do whatever you want to do, and he supervises it as well. So he is supervising, he is allowing you to do whatever you want to do. So he gives us the free will that what you want to do. And then we reincarnate into another body, which is suitable to the mentality. A change we commonly call as birth. Then we see that some people getting birth in a very rich family, some people are getting birth in a very intelligent family, right? Some people are getting birth in a very poor family. So depending on the karma that we have done, we get the birth in the next lifetime. And that is called the reincarnation. Right. So we talked about this, what the womb develops the body given by the mother and all those. So I don't want to go into detail of that. Please read about this. And other things is the near-death experiences, past life experiences. So there are many videos and we can see it on YouTube. So here the point is the bodies are tailor-made to satisfy soul's desire. Whatever the soul's desire that come along with the mind and intelligence, that body we will get in the next lifetime. It is a tailored body. Tailor measures and stitches a perfect suit for us. Accordingly, the tailor-made bodies we are getting because as per the consciousness we develop. And that is the reason in philosophy that we understand here in this course, it tells us that don't develop your consciousness according to this. Make your consciousness God conscious. Make your consciousness, which is Krishna conscious or Vishnu conscious. And that is the reason we have to go to do certain spiritual activities which will change our mindset. And that mindset will be changed only when we follow certain scriptures which come through Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and other Puranas or Upanishads. However, Bhagavad Gita is the fifth Upanishad, which is called the Gita Upanishad, which is the sum and substance of all the summum bonum of all these Upanishads and Puranas. It gives the entire knowledge which Krishna has given to Arjuna. There are 8.4 million species for us to choose, but we don't want to choose any of them. We try our best to not come into this material world. That's the reason we are trying to do this course. And that's why the last part of this class today will be chanting of Lord's name. Okay? So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, the man mana manamar bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Please chant my name and pay obeisances to me. Please read these notes. If you have question, ask me anytime in the next class or during the week, because currently I'm looking for another contract. So I'm available and you can always ask me questions. So here are a few examples given in these notes. If you like to eat fish, eat flesh and drink blood, then you get the tiger's body in the next lifetime, And people are not aware of these. And even if you tell them, kya phaltu ki baat kar rahe ho, you're talking all nonsense, but they don't understand that it is coming from the Shastra. When they talk about the proof, we talked about the proof, that there are three kinds of proofs that we can give. What are those three proofs, Badhvi? We talked about the three proofs in the second class. We did.
Sorry.
Proof.
Oh, yes.
If somebody asks you the question that what is the proof that what you are talking about, let Madhuri answer. If she is not able to answer, then I'll come to you, Madhuri. Okay, over to Madhuri. No problem, Madhuri. You can search it later on. Can't hear you. You are muted.
Is it Shabda Praman, Anuman Praman?
Yes,
That's one?
exactly. You're absolutely right. So there are three types of Praman. One is Pratyaksha Praman, Anumana Praman, and Shabda Praman. Yeah. So the Shabda Praman comes from where? It comes from the Shastra, the scriptures. And that is the reason we follow scriptures. That's where we are going at the moment. We are trying to understand the philosophy before going into the Shastra so that we understand our fundas will be clear. That's what the word goes in India, funda.
So,
fundamentals. So our fundamentals are, once the fundamentals are clear, then we can go into the books like, Gita Mahatmya, then we go to Bhagavad Gita and other Shastras. We'll go into that. So it's a very systematic study that we have designed here. So we understand first the preliminary aspects of this, and then we go into the higher studies of this. It's okay. Any question anyone has before I go to the slides? Okay. So there are various examples given in this. So if somebody likes to swim a lot, then he may get the body of a fish and can get into a canal and all that. So all these examples are given. If you read these slides, you will be able to understand this. Someone wants to take the body of a tree and stand naked to you. So some people, they want to just They don't want to, wear clothes and all that. So for them, this is an example. I don't want to read it again. So the point here, the most important point is the living entity has a particular form called as Swarupa, which is his eternal form in the spiritual world. That does not change when the living entity moves from one body to another body. See, soul has a certain shape and size. What is this? What is size of a soul? It is 10,000th, 1/10,000th part of tip of the hair. Do you believe it? It is as per the Shastra. It's 1/10,000th part of the tip of the hair. That is the size of the soul. It is that small. We can't even see from our physical eyes, because even with the microscope, one cannot see it. And the shape of the soul does not change. It still remains the same. Whatever body you go, whatever covering that you get. And the kind of karma we do, that changes our mind, changes our intelligence, and changes our destiny for the next life. So that karma, what we talk about, is the function and activity of the living entity within the framework of his free will under the influence of the three modes of material nature, which is mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. Okay. How that happens? So we talked about other things like, fish body, you get the body of a fish, or you get a body of a lion, this type, depending on what kind of food you're eating, what kind of, activities you are doing. So like that. Similarly, every action has an appropriate reaction. If someone is very charitable in his next birth, he may be very wealthy. If someone performs abortion, he or she will suffer the same fate in the next life. That's why abortion is not recommended as per the Shastra. So what is the good karma and bad karma? There is so many disparities in the society. Some are poor while some are rich. Some ask, why is God so unfair? The God is not unfair. You became so, unnecessarily, you were doing the work which was not good for your own good, that you were not fair to yourself. And that is the reason you are in maybe the past life, or before that life, or maybe 10 lives before, and that you are carrying on this life. So it is not that, the next karma, I'm going to wash out all my bad sins. It doesn't happen that way. It may or it may not happen. So then question comes, oh, then why should I come to Krishna consciousness? There is no one to change. So the chances are absolutely fair that Krishna can be very, he can do his mercy, anything can happen. So every time when we get birth, it is not the beginning of our existence. We were existed before, we will be existing in future as well. And we are existing today. So the soul always remains there. That is the bottom line. There are various examples, like two children are born on the same day. One is born with a silver spoon, bright, healthy, wealthy, attractive, with a future full of promises. The second child is born to a mother, a good lady who was abandoned while pregnant. So just as a person selects an automobile based on personal driving needs and purchasing power, material nature responding to our desires and actions arranges our body. So we have to always be very cautious that what kind of deeds that we are doing in this lifetime. Our deed will make the next body or next janma, so-called janma, in the next body. And that is the reason we have to be very, very careful that what kind of work we are doing. And that's where the philosophy plays a major role. And these Shastras playing the major role in teaching us that kind of philosophy. Similarly, the example is ignorance of law is no excuse. If you get caught while driving the car and traffic cop asks us to stop and show the license, and we forgotten the license at home, so then he'll say, no, you have to carry your. The ignorance of law is no excuse. I didn't check whether I have kept the license or not in my wallet. So please leave me. Please waive off this one. He will say that this ignorance is not an excuse. You have to always keep it. So the example here is given of the electric train in Bombay and all that. So you can go through this. So the point here is authorized spiritual teachers are there, knowledge is there. So we have to always go through that and try to understand what is our duty, what is our responsibility in terms of getting the proper body, or at least proper destination for the next lifetime. We don't want to live like cats and dogs and all or pigs like that. We want to go into a better destination. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 8.16, Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punar Avartino Arjuna Mam Upetya tu Kaunteya Punarjanma na Vidyate. From the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest, all are places of miseries, wherein repeated birth and death take place. But one who attains to my abode, Krishna says that one who attains my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again. Such a bold statement. He is publicly saying this to us through Arjuna. And Vedvyas, Maharshi Vedvyas has written that in the Bhagavad Gita book for us to understand. A Brahma Bhuvana Loka. From Brahmalok to Bhuvana Loka means Bhutal here, Bhuvana Loka, Punar Avartino Arjuna. So those who are into this material world from Brahmalok to Bhuvalok, they all can repeatedly come and take the birth, Arjun. But the one, Mamupetya tu Kaunteya, the one who comes to be back, Purnajanma na vidyate, for him the repeated births are not there. He never takes birth again. Until the time he feels jealous about with Krishna. Then Krishna allows you to go. Allows you to go through all these pains again and again and again. Isn't that a beautiful verse? Do we all want to chant this verse together? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I will chant the first line, then you repeat. Brahma Bhuvana Loka.
Brahma Bhuvana Loka
Punar Avartino Arjuna.
Punar
Avartino Arjuna
Mamupetya tu Kaunteya.
Mamupetya tu Kaunteya.
Punarjanma na vidyate.
Punarjanma na
Vidyate.
vidyate.
Again, Brahma Bhuvana Loka.
Brahma Bhuvana Loka
Punar Avartino Arjuna.
Punar
Avartino
Avartino Arjuna
Mamupetya tu Kaunteya.
Mam Upetya tu Kaunteya
Punarjanma na vidyate.
Punarjanma na vidyate.
So this time we will do 2 lines at a time, okay? Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punar Avartino Arjuna.
Brahma
Bhuvana
Bhuvana Loka Punar
Avartino
Avartino
Arjuna.
Mamupetya tu Kaunteya Punarjanma na vidyate.
Upetya tu Kaunteya Punarjanma na
vidyate.
vidyate.
Again, Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punar Avartino Arjuna.
Abrahma Bhunaloka
Punar avartino
Punaravartinorjuna
Mamupetya tu kaunteya punarjanmo na vidyate.
Mamupetya tu kaunteya punarjanma na vidyate.
Now we'll chant the entire verse in one go. Okay. Brahma bhuvana loka punar avartinorjuna mamupetya tu kaunteya punarjanmo na vidyate.
Abrahma
Loka
Punar
Punaravartinorjuna Mamupetya
Mamupetya tu
Kaunteya
kaunteya
Punarjanmana
punarjanma na
Vidyate.
vidyate.
Again. Brahma bhuvana loka punar avartinorjuna mamupetya tu kaunteya punarjanmo na vidyate.
Abrahma
Bhuvana
Loka
loka
Punaravartinorjuna
Mamupetya
Mamupetya tu Kaunteya Punarjanmana Vidyate.
Brahma bhuvana loka punar avartinorjuna mamupetya tu kaunteya punarjanmo na vidyate.
Abrahma
loka
Punaravartinorjuna
Mamupetya
Mamupetya tu Kaunteya Punarjanmana Vidyate.
So are we all confident of chanting this verse?
Yeah.
Yes? How many
Yes.
people
Yes.
think yes?
Yeah.
Let me just check. Who is confident? Madhuri is confident.
Yeah.
Yes. Saloni,
Nope.
you are not. Okay.
Not without looking at it, no.
Okay. Smriti?
Yeah, I need the script as well.
Me
Yes,
too.
script we
Okay.
need.
Madhavi, Mataji?
I mean, with the script in front of me,
Yes.
within 24 hours, I should be able to.
You should be able to. Okay.
Yes.
Manish, you are confident?
Yes.
Riya?
I need the script too.
Okay. What about Sangeeta?
I need it too.
You need it too. Okay. Meena?
Yeah, definitely. I need one too.
Okay. Again. So let's do it again. Brahma bhuvana loka punar avartinorjuna
Brahma bhuvana loka punar avartinorjuna
mamupetya tu kaunteya punarjanmo na vidyate.
Mamupetya tu Kaunteya Punarjanmana Vidyate.
Last time. Brahma bhuvana loka punar avartinorjuna
Brahma
bhuvana
Loka
Punaravartino Arjuna
mam upetya tu kaunteya punarjanma na vidyate.
Mamupetya tu Kaunteya Punarjanmana Vidyate.
Very good. I think most of you are chanting very nicely. I must say that. Chanting is good. Only thing you may not be able to chant
Remember.
with the same meter or same tone or tune maybe, but that's where the practice goes into picture. So next week when we come together into the class, I will ask each one of you to chant this verse separately.
Without
Okay?
looking at it?
Are you okay with that?
Without
Yes.
looking at it?
Yes.
Or...
Yeah, with looking at it. No, I'm not asking you to by heart it.
Okay, yeah.
Are we
Won't
okay?
be
I mean, to chant it now as well
No,
by
it's,
looking at it.
yeah, by looking at it. Yeah.
You can?
Yes.
Yes, Saloni, okay, you go now.
No, I need the script.
Everybody
But
will
next week, I promise you, I will learn it by heart then for next week.
Wonderful. That's the spirit. I will request Badhuri to do it.
I also need the script.
Yeah, script you can
Yeah.
keep it in front of you.
But
But where is it? Can you
can't
show it
No,
on the?
I'll share my screen. Don't
Yes,
worry
please.
about it.
Thank you.
Yes, go on.
Abrahma bhuvana loka punaravartinorjuna mam upetya tu kaunteya punarjanma na vidyate.
Wonderful.
Wow, beautiful.
That's amazing. Beautiful. Okay, Madhavi Mataji.
Brahma bhuvana loka punaravartino arjuna mamapetya tu kaunteya punarjanma na vidyate.
My God, you guys are so beautiful. Manish.
Brahma bhuvana loka punar avartino arjuna mamupitya tu kanteya punarjanma na vidyate.
Wonderful. Smriti.
Brahma bhuvana loka punar avirtino arjuna mam upetya tu kaunteya punarjanma na vidyate.
Wonderful. Champion. Yes, Riya.
Brahma bhuvana loka punaravartino arjuna mamupatyatu kaunteya punarjanma na vidyate.
Wonderful. Yeah, great. Now, Meena Mataji.
Brahma bhuvana loka punaravartino arjuna mamupatyayatu kaunteya punarjanmana vidyate.
Amazing. So, wow. Beautiful. Saruni, are you getting some strength now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, go on.
Brahma bhuvana loka puna arvartino arjuna mam upatyatu kaunteya puna janmana vidyate.
Oh my God. You did so well. Why were you getting scared? You know it so well. Okay, Sangeeta, you want to give it a try?
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay, go on.
Brahma bhuvna loka punar avartnor arjuna mam uptyatu kunteya punar janmana vidyate.
Wonderful. So beautiful. See, everyone was able to do it so easily. It's a practice makes a man perfect. Yeah?
Yeah.
Wonderful. I'm so happy. Cool. So okay, let me just go through where I should start now. Yeah, so the laws of karma, how they work is what we are trying to understand here, because Krishna is boldly saying in this verse that Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punar Avartino Arjuna. What is the translation? From the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest, all are places of misery, wherein repeated birth and death takes place. But one who attains to my abode, O son of Kunti, he never takes birth again, is what Krishna is saying. Now, but what happens? Depending on the karma, we get the next birth. We understood that. If a man steals something and has changed dress, he cannot escape punishment, isn't it? The police will catch him and punish him. Right? Here are pictures says that, that here he's a thief or here is a thief, he's stealing a TV. This guy is stealing some maybe jewelry box. So he's getting, if he changes the dress, what will happen? Police will still catch him. Yes, Prati.
I have a question. So that line means that is it the soul who goes to the Krishna doesn't get rebirth just
Yes.
to avoid the misery? Like
No. So what happens is ultimately you will go there. However, so when you are in the material world, depending on your karma, your next destination is decided. So while you are here, within the 30 days time period or 40 days time period, your next rental house is created by then. So you get that birth. So out of 8.4 million species. So that's what Krishna is saying in this verse. That Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punar Avartino Arjuna Mam Upetyatu Kaunteya Punarjanmuna Vidyate. So he's saying that if you are in this material from Brahmaloka to Bhuvanaloka, if you are in this world, if your karma is like this, that you are not able to come back to me, but for that there is some special work is required to be done, and that's what we are trying to understand. What is that special effort that which has to be done? Yeah. So when we are in this material world, if our karma is like that, that we are always want to live in the mode of passion and ignorance, then there is hardly any chance of going back, or there is no chance of going back, to be honest. Yeah. So if our karma is like that, then our mind intelligence false ego will be developed accordingly, and we get the next birth. Like we repeat it, you whether you get a birth in a very wealthy family, or you get birth in a very poor family, you get a birth in a very intelligent family, scholars family, depending on how you develop yourself. You are in too much into mode of goodness, then probably you will get a birth in a rich family or wealthy family, or you get birth in a very scholarly family. Yeah? So if you are doing the right thing, then you will have to get the results accordingly. So you must have seen here this written that some good people also suffer. Why they are suffering? Because there is some karma that they have done which they shouldn't have done in their last life. So in the broader vision of universal justice, we can see how each individual soul is alone responsible for his own karma. In a car, 6 people were going, and accident happens, only one died. Why? And others got hurt. One of them didn't get hurt at all. Why? Because of the karma that he has done in the past life. And others have done less sinful activities. And the one who did the maximum sinful activity, he died. Yeah. So depending on the kind of karma that you have accumulated in the last life, you will get the next birth. So the laws of reincarnation operate impartially to award each living being the destiny he has earned by his previous actions. So our actions will decide our next life. Here, Krishna is always saying that, I'm impartial. I don't do any partiality. If you want to come back to me, try to do good things. मन मना मन भक्तो बद्दाजी माम नमस्कुरु. मेरी भक्ति करो, मेरे पास आ जाओ. Do my bhakti and come back to me. If you keep doing the animal kind of activity, then you will get the animal life. You will get the life which is very abominable life. See here also it is written collective karma is also defined. Every one of us have to bear the reaction for our individual actions in future. But why sometimes a whole family, society, or country suffers? Like what happens in Russia and what do you call the other country? Russia and
Ukraine.
Ukraine. So many people are dying every day because of bombing and this and that. It's a collective karma, collective bad karma. Sometimes people who have previously committed heinous acts like cow killing or abortion, all are pulled up together in one airplane, and they all are finished by a plane crash. It is only an example. If it is true or not, I don't know, but we can take it that way. Why the whole plane, everyone died in that plane. Because it may be that they all have collectively done the bad karmas. That's why they all are killed together. There are examples, only one person died, and there are examples that everyone is died in particular. Like Titanic, how many people died? How many are saved? So depending on which loka you go, that depends on your karma that you have done in the last life. Isn't it? So you similarly, when you are working, you get the promotion based on the kind of performance you have. See, we have the performance appraisal, right? So we get the promotion or bonus, extra bonus, this, that, depending on the kind of performance you do, kind of work that you have done, and depending on that only you will get the uh, results accordingly. God is all merciful. He gives us innumerable opportunities to develop our inherent spiritual qualities through many lives until we return to our original home in the spiritual world. And that's what we are trying to understand by doing this particular course. And we are trying to understand that how that happened. In order to do that, the process is there are three things we need to understand in this here. Okay. Sambandha, Abhideya, and Prayojan. What is Sambandha? That we get connected to the Lord. First thing is happening connection. When we start any process, like somebody is getting involved in a marital life, what happens? First, he get to know the girl or the lady, Sambandha, right? Then Abhideya is the practice of loving. And the Prayojan is ultimate result of that, ultimate result of that. Similarly, our Sambandha is happening to the Lord by understanding this philosophy first. Then we do the practice, Abhideya. That is, how do we do the practice? By reading the Shastras every day, doing the japa, doing the worship of the Lord, eating the right prasadam, by offering it to the Lord. This is all process that we understand that how we should be living in order to go back. And also doing our chanting every day, a fixed number of rounds. Our Guru, that is Srila Prabhupada, he has, for the Kali Yuga, he has prescribed, 16 rounds of japa. 16 of 108, every day. It looks very big, but actually not. Once you start practicing, then it is not. So 108 rounds every day we have to do, 16 rounds every day we have to do 108 times. But we start always slow. You can't become a Hussein Bolt in one day. Similarly, you can't start 16 rounds. If you can, why not? But always start with a slow number. Start with 2 rounds. Then go to 4, then go to 6, then go to 8, like that. And then go to 10, 12, 16, like that. So it's a gradual process by which you attain. So what we did, Sambandha, first getting connected. Then process, Abhideya. And then we come to Prayojan. Prayojan is ultimate benefit of that. Then we start getting the taste of it. And then without this, if you have not completed your rounds, you will start missing it on a daily basis. But that's where the Prayojan is. Okay? So it is similar to, getting connected to somebody. Then if you have not spoken the whole day to your wife or your husband or your girlfriend or boyfriend, then you feel, that, oh, I'm missing something today. So that missing part is the Prayojan. That missing part is the Prayojan. And that's where we have to go. Our journey is from Sambandha, Abhideya, and then Prayojan. We got connected through this course to the Krishna consciousness. Abhideya is the practice by which we are doing. Prayojan is the ultimate benefit of that. That finally we are started to loving this process and started to missing this process. One day, if we have not done the worship, we start with, oh, मैंने पूजा नहीं की है, or I have not done my rounds completely. Yeah, so that is the ultimate, prayojan or ultimate objective of this course. that we have done the sambandha, we have understood the abhideya, that is the process, and the prayojan that now I start missing it. When you start chanting, initially you will not find that taste of the holy name. Once you start doing it, you start feeling sweet taste in your mouth. When you say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You start feeling the sweet taste in your mouth. And it starts giving that sweet taste to you. So that is the process that we want to start from today. Yeah, does that make sense? Yeah. Now I will show you my bead bag. So it is always recommended that you keep your mala in the bead bag so that it is not touching the ground. So in the mala, you have the center bead, which is called Krishna bead. Why there are 108? These 108 are gopis. They all are around Krishna. We want to become like gopi. Gopis are always surrounding Krishna. And that kind of love we want to attain. And how do we chant? We never use the first finger because it's an index finger. The index finger is always showing that to others,
Ego.
pointing, yeah, always. So we always do with the middle finger and thumb. Okay. So in the introduction to Bhagavad Gita, there is a names of the Lord, which is Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Just open the book. In the introduction, you will see Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Are you able to see that?
Yes.
Yes.
What we have to do before that, we have to say Jai Shri Om Nama Om Vishnu Padaya. So I will put that into the chat, and then you should be able to do that. So, but first, when I am doing, you just follow me. I will say, and you follow. Okay, so that you will know what I am chanting, and so that your pronunciation will also be like that. And then once we start chanting, so first when we are saying the Shri Krishna Chaitanya and Om Namo Vishnu Padaya, so that will happen on the central beat. And then once we start chanting, it will be stuck from here, and like this we advance to the next beat. So when we do Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, the first one. Then we turn it, go to the next one, like this. Easy to understand?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Now, just follow me. When I say, I'll just say first line and then you follow me. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya.
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya.
Krishna Prasthaya.
Krishna
Prasthaya
Bhutale.
Bhutale
Srimate.
Srimate
Bhakti Vedanta.
Bhakti Vedanta
Swamin.
Swamin
Iti Namine. Namaste.
Namaste
Saraswate Deve.
Saraswate Devi
Gauravani Pracharine.
Gauravani Pracharine
Nirvishesha.
Nirvishesha
Shunyavadi.
Sunyavadi
Paschatya Desha.
Paschatya Desha
Tarine.
Karine.
It has a very beautiful meaning. Actually, what we are doing, we are first paying our obeisances to the Guru. Who is our Guru? Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah.
So, Nama Om Vishnu Padaya. So, where is our Guru sitting? He is sitting on the lotus feet of Vishnu. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya. So, he is sitting at the lotus feet of Krishna, or Vishnu. Vishnu Padaya. Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale. He is on the lotus feet, and Krishna Prasthaya, he is trying to establish the name of Krishna across the globe. Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale. Bhutale means on the earth planet. Bhutale. Srimate Bhakti Vedanta. So who is Bhakti Vedanta? Prabhupada himself. Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin iti namine. So we pay obeisances to him. And then Namaste Saraswati Devi. Saraswati, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was his guru. So we are also paying obeisance to his guru, because due to his order, he has established this to the entire globe. So Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine. Gauravani means the Vani of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gaura. He is called Gauravani. Gauravani Pracharine. He also wanted to do the same thing. He did it within India, and now Prabhupada had done it to the entire world on the order of his guru. So Gauravani Pracharine. His Vani of Gaura, Pracharine means to circulate everywhere. Yeah, Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi. Now, what the point here is, Nirvishesh Shunyavadi. Who are Nirvishesh and Shunyavadi? Are the Western people. Shunyavadi, Paschatya Deshatarine. So his guru, Saraswati, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, he told him that once you give this name to the Western world, because you are an English-speaking individual, when you speak to those people and they understand, and when they start doing it, Indians will start doing it. How Indians are, we started eating pizza, we started eating burgers and all. We immediately acquire those things. When anything comes from West, we try to do that. We will not do it if it has been done in India only. He tried his best, but Indians were not accepting it. So he had to go all the way. So I will cover that story later on sometime. So it was a very interesting story, how he went to the US and how he landed there, how much money he had in his hand, etc. It's a very beautiful story. So I will cover that in some class. So Paschatya Deshatarine. So once Deshatarine means to bring them up by giving them the God consciousness or Krishna consciousness. So again I repeat, Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin iti namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Then we come to Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, which is there in the book. Can you read it? It's there in the book, right? Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivas Adi Gaura Bhakti. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had his 4 associates: Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya. So, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivas, and Adi, other Vaishnava Acharyas, Adi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. They all were together. So we are paying our obeisances to all of them. Instead of taking everybody's numbers, these 5 are the fundamental or the primary. To them also we are paying our obeisances so that we get their mercy, their blessings to us. Okay. Now, if you understood all this, then we go ahead. Yeah. So now, again, we do the first Guru Mantra, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Praniti, and then we do Hare Krishna Mantra. Okay. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya
Krishna Prasthaya
Krishna Prasthaya
Bhutale
Bhutale
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta
Srimati
Srimate
Bhakti
Bhakti
Vedanta
Vedanta
Swamin iti namine
Swamin iti
Swami
namine
Namine
Namaste Saraswate Deve
Namaste
Namaste
Saraswati
Saraswate
Devi
Devi
Gauravani Pracharine
Gauravani
Gauravani
Pracharini
Pracharine
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi
निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी
निर्विशेषशून्यवादी
पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे
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 जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य
जय
श्री
श्री
कृष्ण
कृष्ण
चैतन्य
चैतन्य
प्रभु नित्यानंद
प्रभु नित्यानंदा
श्री अद्वैत गदाधार
श्री
श्री
अद्वैत
अद्वैत
गदाधारा
गदाधर
श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्तविंद.
श्रीवासादि
श्रीवासादि
गौर
गौर
भक्तवृंदा
भक्तवृंद.
Now we'll chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay.
हरे कृष्णा
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
हरे
हरे
कृष्णा
कृष्णा
हरे
हरे
कृष्णा
कृष्णा
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare,
कृष्णा
Krishna
कृष्णा
Krishna
हरे
Hare
हरे
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
हरे
हरे
राम
राम हरे राम
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
राम
राम
राम हरे हरे.
Like this, so now we will turn and go to the next beat.
Next.
Okay. So like this, now we will do it, and we continuously go with our speed. The speed I will set. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Like this. Okay. Now we'll also do it together.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Hare
हरे
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Rama
Ram
Rama
Hare Hare,
Rama Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama
Hare Hare,
Rama Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna.
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama Rama
Ram
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Rama Hare Rama
Ram
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama Hare
Ram
Rama
Hare Hare,
Rama Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare. Hare
Ram,
Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare. Rama
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama Hare Rama
Ram
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama 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 Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Ram
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare.
Hare, Hare
Rama Hare
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama
Ram
Hare Rama
Ram
Rama
Hare Hare,
Rama Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Rama Hare Rama
Ram
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare
Ram
Rama
Hare Hare,
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare.
Ram
Hare Rama Hare
Ram
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Ram
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare.
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Ram
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Ram
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna.
Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama Hare
Rama
Rama Rama
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama.
Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Ram
Ram Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare Ram,
Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare Ram,
Ram Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare Ram,
Ram Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Wonderful. You all finished together. Sangeeta, where are you? Now we have to chant again. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya. To start and end, we do the same thing. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya.
Namo Om
Om
Vishnu
Vishnu
Padaya,
Padaya,
Samprastaya Bhutale.
Samprastaya Bhutale,
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta.
Srimati
Srimati
Bhakti
Bhakti Vedanta,
Swamin Iti Namine.
Swami Iti
Swami Namine,
Namaste Saraswate Deve.
Namaste
Namaste
Saraswati
Saraswate
Devi,
Deve,
Gauravani Pacharine.
Gauravani
Gauravani Pracharine,
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi.
Nirvishesha Sunyavadi,
Nirvishesha
Paschatya Deshatarine.
Paschatya
Paschatya,
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Jai
Jai
Shri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya,
Prabho Nityananda.
Prabhu
Prabhu
Nityananda,
Nityananda,
Shri Advaita Gadadhara.
Advaita Gadadhara,
Yadavata,
Vivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda.
Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Wonderful. So why do we chant this Guru Mantra and we chant Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Praniti? Because they are very compassionate. If we have committed any mistake, anything during our chanting, they take all that to them and they give us the blessings. That's the reason we chant their names. So it is, so there are two aspects. One is a Madhurya aspect, other one is compassionate aspect, which is called Audurya Bhav. Madhurya Bhav and Audurya Bhav. So Madhurya Bhav is prominent in Mathura and Vrindavan Dham, where Radha and Krishna had their Madhurya or their loving affair, which is what they have done there. And Audurya Bhava, which is compassionate nature, comes from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who was residing uh, in Mayapur, Navadvip Dham. So He was so compassionate that he was even compassionate with the people, those who have kicked him on also. Was so compassionate. So why will not be compassionate with us? So if we commit any mistake, so what happens is our mind, goes everywhere in the world. Sitting here, you can go to New York, you can be at Washington, you can be in the Connaught Place in Delhi, you can be in Kathmandu somewhere, buying some medicines or maybe buying something else. So you are staying there and doing other things. But during that thinking, because we can't, stopping the mind is the most difficult thing. Yeah. The vichar aayenge, jayenge, like that. So thoughts will come, thoughts will go. Our concentration will not be there, will be there, like that. It's always going and coming and going and coming. So by chanting their name, what happens is they give us the strength that, yes, you should be able to concentrate. You should be able to concentrate that. So next time. So that is the reason the Shravadam Kirtanam is also very important. So the one thing first is why we chant Guru's name and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's name, because they are compassionate. And then we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, where we get the Madhurya Bhav from Krishna and Radha. So we always said Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare is Radha and then Krishna. Always chant Hare Krishna, Radha Krishna, Radha Rasbihari, Radha Raman, Radha Madhav. Always see Radha always comes first. So if we say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, again Sita or Radha. So whether it's Ram or Sita or Radha or Krishna, they are same. Right? So that's why we always bring Radha in the first, or Janaki in the first, or Sita Mai as first, and then we say Ram or Krishna. जग में सुंदर हैं दो नाम, चाहे कृष्ण कहो या राम, बोलो Ram Ram Ram. Right? So we always chant first Radharani's name or Sita's name, and then we say Krishna or Ram, like that. So this is the theory behind it, because people normally don't know the theory that why we are doing it. So we should know the fundamental behind it, and then we chant. Then we really enjoy more. The Sambandha is done, Abhideya process, and also the philosophy behind it, and then you get the provision very soon. Right? Makes sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So are you all hopefully enjoyed this? From today onwards, everyone, please do at least 2 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, preferably do in the morning, and and see what is the difference it makes to you. Shravadam Kirtanam is very important. Shravadam is by listening. The Kirtanam by when you are saying this by mouth. So that is Kirtanam. So when you are saying loudly and listening, there are two things happen. One is we are able to hear, so our concentration will be even more. We'll be able to concentrate more and more when we are listening. Either we are saying it correctly or not, we will correct ourselves. Second thing is, there are other species around us. कुछ कीड़े मकोड़े ये वो सब रहते हैं, उनको भी फायदा होता है इससे. So we are not only doing it for ourselves, we are doing it for others as well. There could be human beings, they will also listen, and some point in time they will get Sukruti and they will come to Krishna consciousness. So our aim is not to only to purify us, also to purify the environment. Right? We always choose a right place to chant, maybe in the DT room or maybe in our garden, backyard, front yard, wherever you feel comfortable. Early morning, which is a very good time, mode of goodness. And that's where we try to do our chanting, and we get much more benefits by doing this. Yes, Smriti.
I don't have the sloka that you
Yeah,
read.
I will send it to everyone in the WhatsApp.
Yeah, it's not in the book that I have.
Yeah, in the
The lines.
introduction, it is not there because the introduction was written by Srila Prabhupada himself. That's why he did not. So later on, we all started also giving our thanks to him. Because of him, we are getting all this. So why not to chant his name? Right? All right. Thank you very much. So
Thank you.
Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jai.
Jai.
Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari.
Hare Krishna.
So tomorrow we have